Hello and welcome back to Layla's Writing Lab. My name is Layla. In today's video, we're going to look at how we take notes and paraphrase our notes in the first part of the integrated writing. Now, before I do that, I just want to draw your attention to one article that I posted previously on my blog, and that is the TOEFL Writing Task 1 Integrated Writing, the skills that we need in order to complete this writing question. For those of you who are not sure what integrated writing is, it's the task 1 of the writing section of the TOEFL test, and it's where we have two different sources of information. We get a reading passage, we have 3 minutes where we have to read the text and take notes. And then we have to listen to a recording, which is usually a lecture. The reading and the lecture are on the same topic, but sometimes they agree, sometimes they disagree. And our job is to take notes on the reading article and the lecture that we've listened to. We need to use paraphrasing and to summarize the information that we have read and heard, and then we need to write how these two bits of information relate to each other, whether they agree with each other or disagree, whether they contradict each other or not, and we need to complete our writing in that manner. For anybody who wants any more information, I've actually broken down what areas in the paragraphs you need to be looking for to take notes, what paraphrasing means and how you can paraphrase, and finally how you would bring all your information together in the writing section. So, in this part, what I've done is I have separated the reading text that I posted on my blog into 3 different sections, and I'm going to tell you how I have taken notes, so which areas I thought were more important and what keywords I've selected, and I have changed them. In other words, I've either used synonyms or I have paraphrased a whole section of the text. Okay. So the first part of the reading, I'm going to read it. As you can see, I've already highlighted certain keywords in the text, and later I'm going to show you how I would use synonyms for these keywords. So I'm going to start reading the first part of the text. In many organizations, perhaps the best way to approach certain new projects is to assemble a group of people into a team. Having a team of people attack a project offers several advantages. The reason why I have selected this section here of the reading is because this is talking about the main idea of the reading. Therefore, I have selected this. Now, I have chosen the word approach a new project. Approach is an important word, and I have given it a synonym. I've used the word tackle instead of approach. For the word project, I've used the word assignment, and for the word assemble, which means to bring the people together, it's a verb, I've used the word gather. Now, gather is a verb, but it can also be an adjective, and what I've done here, which the TOEFL examiner would like very much, is I have not only changed this word into a different word, its synonym, but I've also changed the verb into an adjective, and that is how I can show my command and my control of the language that I know. So that's from the first part of the passage. The second part that I have chosen is this part. Again, as you can see, I've selected certain keywords, and I'm going to show you in just a moment how I would choose different wording, paraphrasing and synonyms to say the same thing. First of all, a group of people has a wider range of knowledge, expertise and skills than any single individual is likely to possess. Also, because of the number of people involved and the greater resources they possess, a group can work more quickly in response to the task assigned to it and can come up with highly creative solutions to problems and issues. Sometimes these creative solutions can come about because a group is more likely to make risky decisions that an individual might not undertake. This is because the group spreads responsibility for a decision to all the members, and thus no single individual can be held accountable if the decision turns out to be wrong. Okay, so as you can see, I've selected the important parts. The people have wider range of knowledge and expertise, they work more quickly, and they spread the responsibility. These are the important parts. All the other aspects of the task, of the passage, are either just extra words that's been used, or it's just making the sentence correct, obviously. And when we want to paraphrase, we don't need to use correct grammar, we just need to take certain keywords. So what I've used, instead of wider range of knowledge, I've used more insight, excuse me, and skills. Instead of work more quickly, I've put down rapidly. Again, I've kept the same form of the verb, the adverb. And finally, instead of spreads responsibility, I've put down distributed responsibility. Okay, so this is how I would change these three keywords from this whole paragraph. As you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lines, and we've managed to condense all these 9 lines into one very simple sentence using keywords and using synonyms for those keywords. The final paragraph is: taking part in a group process can be very rewarding for members of the team. Team members who have a voice in making a decision will no doubt feel better about carrying out the work that is entailed by that decision than they might doing work that is imposed on them by others. Also, the individual team member has a much better chance to shine, to get his or her contributions and ideas not only recognized, but recognized as highly significant, because a team's overall results can be more far-reached and have greater impact than what might have otherwise been possible for the person to accomplish or contribute working alone. So in this final paragraph, I have seen two sections that are important. Taking part in a group is very rewarding, and also the fact that the individual gets the chance to shine. What I have written down is, instead of taking the verb, which is actually a phrasal verb, taking part, I've used one verb, which is partake, and it has the same meaning. All members partake in making decisions. And then, instead of a much better chance to shine, I've put opportunity to emerge from the rest. So a chance is the opportunity. To shine, it means to emerge, where you are seen different to all the other members in a good way. So opportunity to emerge from the rest. And that's how I've used my paraphrasing. So, as you can see in those very short steps, what we've done is we have condensed all this reading, which is a whole 2 paragraphs, into 3 very concise but very short notes. As you can see, they're not even complete sentences, because when we take notes, we don't need to worry about subject, verb, objective, and then the article, and then the full stop. And obviously when we're taking notes, we're doing it very quickly, so it doesn't have to be a complete correct sentence. We're just jotting down ideas, and as you saw, we took down the important points of each section. We gave each keyword a synonym, or if it was more than one word, we paraphrased, and basically it's just playing with the vocabulary that you already have and substituting what is in the text with your own vocabulary. So we've taken these notes down. Now the next step in answering this question is that we will need to listen to the recording, which is usually in the form of a lecture. So up to now we have read the article, we've done our note-taking, we have used synonyms and paraphrases, we've definitely summarized the whole text, and the next step will be to listen to the recording and do exactly the same. So take notes, and then from our notes paraphrase, and at the very end we take both of what we have, the summary and paraphrasing of the reading and the listening, and we bring it together. I hope you found this video useful. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I will be posting the listening section, so it will be in an audio form, the listening lecture, and I would suggest that you do the same thing. So listen to the lecture, take notes, very brief notes. Once you've taken your notes, pay attention to any key words that you think stand out, and obviously you've already read your reading, so you know what information you'll be listening out for. And as you take your notes, once you've finished, then the keynotes that you have, you'll be able to paraphrase, and Friday together we'll be able to do the writing. Okay? Thank you very much for listening to this video. If you found the video useful, please do go ahead and find me at Layla's Writing Lab on Facebook. And if you would also share, that would be very nice, so that other people would be able to make use of the video as well. Thank you very much.